Oh, we good? Oh yeah, we on. We on? Yeah. Got another one, man. Got another one for y'all. Another banger, another good day. Y'all seen me twice in the same day, kind of crazy. But yeah, man, we had a good day. It's pretty slow price action, but overall decent. We did the same thing we always do. That what we talked about, that first hour range, sweep. You know what I'm saying? So we did that. Caught the puts at 745. Talked about that in the video, right? Go back and watch the video. What I say? Hey, looking for rejection. 745. Roll back under. If we didn't do 745, 748 would have took them puts there, right? So we ended up smacking stupid on those. We hit 200% on the video, and then another like 40% on some calls end of day. Yeah, caught this little rejection here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and then we played a little SPX, little SPX end of day. Nuts. All you need is one good candle. That's the crazy part about it all. But yeah, man, pretty slow price action. But again, this is another reason why I was mentioning earlier. You gotta be careful with this new PDT, right? People chasing every single candle is gonna get you cooked, right? Chasing all the wicks. What did I tell you about the wicks? You can just turn them off, right? Wait till the candles open and close. Open and close. You know what I'm saying? So that way you're not chasing every single, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do this. I mean, market pretty much, the price action was indeed super slow, but I mean, it wasn't, we bought puts, and that was it. We just kind of held them, right? It took a little while, but, they finally, our 742s finally went in the money. We grabbed some zeros, smacked on those too on the way down, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. I had a set of puts that I was gonna swing, but I ended up just cutting the position only because I left one. I just want just still want to see. But the only reason was because one, we bought puts up here. All right, this was our target, right? The puts were in the money. There were 741s and 742s for tomorrow, so I just didn't want to take that risk because what happens if we do get the sweep of this overnight and then we open back up and I'm out the money? You know what I'm saying? So that's a waste of a whole day, right? We literally waited all day for these to go in the money, so it's a waste of a day. So I didn't really want to swing those too much. Yeah, and like I said, I could be just 100% correct and this thing just flood, and go all the way down to 731. But I don't like the risk to reward, right? I don't like the way that everything's been moving super slow and every candle, like if you look at this, and this is why I keep telling y'all, zoom out, bro. Zoom out. Everybody's like, oh, we're going down, we're going up, we're going down. Bro, relax. Right? Relax. If you chase all of these 1 minute candles, you're cooked. Look, you're trying to short here, right? Then you're like, all right, I'm trying to get some calls. Get cooked again. Try to go short. Oh, we're about to go. You know what I'm saying? You keep chasing all these candles, all these moves, you're just gonna cook yourself. All right? So zoom out, and zoom out. Zoom out, and remember, the market is not gonna give us 30 million perfect A plus setups a day, right? Scalping, that's a whole different thing. But that's still, if you're new to this kind of price action, or you're new to the volatility and stuff, I still would say don't scalp this. You know what I'm saying? I was telling one of my students, like, I'm still cash account, right? All my money's still in my cash account, but I still will use, I'll use the margin just because, like I said, there's still cool opportunities to catch. So I have a specific amount set aside just for that, right? Because if you know what I'm saying, even people who've been doing this for 20 years, right? We're still human. We all still get that itch, like, what about this? What about this? You know what I'm saying? So in order to make myself not do that, I've moved all my money. Well, not moved. I didn't have to move. It was already cash account. But I took some of it and put it into, the margin. Like I said, because it makes it, you still catch good stuff like this, quick little SPX, you catch, little moves, certain, bounce here. Remember the first test, the best test, sweep, right? You got that. You know what I'm saying? So you still get those moves. But as far as like positions, like, oh, my position really was only puts today. Puts. Every time we pop, I add some more puts. Each pop, I add some more puts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when we finally did come all the way down, that was really my only position. You know what I'm saying? Because if remember, you zoom out, we didn't. It just was red all day. Other than that first opening candle, everything else was, you took some time, right? If you look at the higher time frame, that's what I mean when I say like position. That's what I plan on like holding the longest. Scalps and stuff like that is kind of. It can go dangerous south if you don't know what you're doing, right? And this is why scalping is like I don't never recommend it as like a strategy or nothing. I think it's just more so like, you see things, take them, you know what I'm saying? even NVDA, for example, somebody was like, oh, you got to call it out. I'm like, gang, I'm not calling these out. Like, this isn't something I can just call out, you know? It's 1 minute. I'm like, okay, cool. We get here. They go in the money quick. Call wall right here. Boom. Gamma says positive. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's quick. 2-3 minutes. I'm in. I'm out. 40%, 50%, right? But even then, I'm not doing full positions. I'm not going, all right, 20 cons, right? And then, because what happens if it goes against you, you know? So, scalping and stuff like that is always going to be smaller size. Always going to be way smaller size. But there are still good opportunities. But if that is a problem for you, I definitely still say move all your money to a cash account. Don't be the liquidity, right? Because what they probably do is, you know, look, so this is the day the PDT rule changed. Everybody, yeah, just buy all day. And then the next day they cap you down below this. Try to buy this, cooked. Try to buy all these little wicks in here, cooked. Come down here, try to buy this too, cooked. You know what I'm saying? Cooked. So it's definitely not good for anybody, honestly, but newer traders specifically. Like, it's definitely gonna, you know. And I would recommend now, go ahead and don't even mess with it if you don't know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Don't even touch margin in general if you don't know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Just cash account, you know what I'm saying? That way it allows you to stick to your trade, right? You're not flip-flopping every candle. And then it also allows you to, you know, practice patience. Like, okay, well, I know I only got 5,000 buying power, right? I only got 5 bands. Once you use that, it's up, right? But if your brain goes into it like, well, I can just get in and get out, you're gonna try to catch this move and this move. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna try to catch everything, and it's just not the best price action for that, you know? Oh, we did take Tesla too. I went over that earlier. If you was listening, if you watched the video, you seen that too. Yeah, you've seen that too. We talked about how we had the pennant, and we were like, hey, we know Tesla is known for faking out. It's known for that. So if this does not continue to the downside, what I say, it's just probably gonna squeeze back up, maybe get up, take off. So we caught a nice little, 40, 50%, I don't remember how much, but yeah, I forgot about that, Tesla, yeah. All right, so let's get into the game plan. You know, I just had to give y'all a quick little update rant on the PDT stuff, because I still, like I said, just, you're grown, you do what you want to do, it's your money, but you know what I'm saying, just take it from me. When I first started trading, I was you know, put way too much money in. I did the whole, you know, 25K just so I could have unlimited day trades, and I literally burned that money. Like, for like 6 months to a year, I literally just burned thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, 20,000, you know what I'm saying, like, just because I couldn't stop. I would have good days where I would take a trade, boom, the trade hit 40%, boom, out, made a little band, and then I'm like, ooh, I could just take that and try to, you know what I'm saying, and then I would go back in, and then by the end of the day, I'm like, oh man, I lost 5 racks, you know what I'm saying? So take it from me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this just to be like, oh, y'all are new. No. I'm saying this because I wish someone would have told me this, right? When I started trading, I wish someone would have told me, don't touch margin, leave that PDT, like, leave it alone, you know? Because you have to practice, right? You have to practice patience. You have to learn when to hold, when not, what to watch for, you know what I'm saying? Be patient, watch the levels close, open, all that stuff. So, you know, just keep that in mind, you know? It always starts good, right? It always starts good at first. You be like, oh, this is easy, I'm winning. And then the market be like, give them to me. You feel what I'm saying? So you don't want to get smacked in the mouth by the market. It's not fun. So always do things that will protect future you. You know what I'm saying? If you know that you're prone to gambling or you're prone to kind of tweak out, then protect that part of you by not even putting yourself in the situation in the first place. Switch to cash. So that way when you do have that day and you're like, oh, I want to go back in, you can't, right? You can't. So yeah. So anyway, Oracle. I like Oracle. Still the same, still in that same channel, right? Still above that same 210. But if it starts to, you know, bounce, we'll take it, right? We'll see where it goes. CVS. I actually miss CVS, and I'm actually upset about it because, when the market's bad, I usually just try to like set alerts, look at parlays, like go hoop or go, you know what I'm saying? Just do something because it'll start messing your head up if you keep trying to trade all this, you know, weird choppy price action. Even if it is directional, it's just the fact that it's like red, green. You know what I'm saying? Like it's making these, you know, so I just was like, well, I'm not going to pay attention to it. And I smooth forgot, but CVS was a banger. Big shout out to the guy who put me onto that. My boy, I forget his name, but bro, this was so sick. I was waiting for this range too. You know, I was telling you about that opening range. Whenever the liquidity candles open up and you get a weird candle where it's on both sides, you really just got to wait for either side to play because it's either going to sweep it and come back down, it's gonna sweep the low and go up. You know what I'm saying? So you don't wanna get caught in that. So you always wanna just wait for a breakout retest. Literally what it did, breakout retest and then go. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, if it hangs out around here tomorrow, I'll be able to catch it for all-time high push. You know, so yeah, CVS definitely looked good. JNJ, I actually saw this one on Aristotle, his little YouTube. He went live Sunday, and he actually pointed this one out. So I was like, hold on, I kind of like that setup. I kind of like that, you know. So, but I'm not in it yet. But he just pointed it out, and I did actually like it. I like the fact that we did have this neckline here. You know what I'm saying? Somewhat of a double bottom with a little higher low. So if we break out, retest, really any retest that kind of holds in here, I'd be interested in taking that. But for sure, I want to see it break this wick up here at 235. That's why I put it there. So no trigger on that yet, but still keeping it on watch. Sorry, y'all. I'm going through it, but you know, I gotta weather through. Lock in for y'all. But Tesla. Let me see. Tesla. What else? NVDA. Oh well. NVIDIA, it's still, I mean, it's not looking the best. All right, it's still, after that fake out up here, yeah, it's still in this, you know, channel, selling channel. So bears are in control, right? We got highs, lower highs, right? Possible lower highs, and you know, if they give us one, we'll possibly set another lower high. So as far as now, I'm not looking to buy it. I'm gonna be looking to buy NVIDIA until we clear 215, right? We gotta erase that whole dump first, you know. If they do it in a day, hey, so be it, right? If they take 2 weeks to do it, so be it, right? I'm not in a rush. Remember, you don't want to rush anything. Let your levels hit first. Let them close. Let them confirm, right? Because remember, you can still have something like this happen, right? Where you still had the open and push. It did come up here. Did it close? No, not at all, right? You came up here, and then it just gave a whole move away. So you don't want to jump into things early. That's why I tell y'all, stop looking on these smaller time frames. You're going to get cooked, gang. You're going to get cooked. Zoom out, be patient, relax, watch out. All right, and let's go over our main game plan as far as SPY. So like I said, yeah, I did cut the position. You know, I had to hold one. You have to sometimes, just to, you know what I'm saying, see if you really got that doggy. So, you know, I did hold one, but it's not a position or anything, so I might as well not even have it. But yeah, SPY. Why is it? Oh, I forgot. Turn my wicks off. See, look how much easier it is to trade with no wicks, right? Look at this. You got remember, first hour's range. Came through, hit the bottom, swept the top. I even pointed this out to my mentees, my students. I text kids. I said, bro, both of them. I said, this is a trap. This is a trap. We don't want to take this. We trade with the traps, not against them, right? So once we realized this was a trap, I said, all right, yeah, break down, retest, aim for the bottom. Boom. We finally hit 741. I'm like, hey, if we cannot hold 741, 738's next. We tried, we chopped, boom, next leg, right? And remember, what I tell y'all about those ranges, measure move up, measure move down, you know what I'm saying? So we already hit the first target. This is why I was gonna swing, because I'm like, this is the, you know, the measure move 1-on-1, but I'm like, what if they do it, you know what I'm saying, overnight, and then by tomorrow we're already, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, it's not good risk to reward. Plus, like I said, we bought puts up here, so there's no reason for us to really keep putting that much risk on the table, you know what I'm saying? Remember, the more times you take, you know, the more trades you take, the more you risking getting, you know, cooked. So, you know, if you already up, you already made some good money, leave it alone, you know what I'm saying? Leave it alone. So we do have this upper gap to fill. How much time are we looking at? Only 13 minutes? Not bad. We do have this upper gap to fill on SPY. All right, got a little gap. But still, no, I'm not, like I said, I'm not really too looking to buy this just yet, because remember, we said in today's video, we do need that roll, right, to retest the lows. Because if we do come lower, take out, you know, Friday's overnight low, and we hit that 731, then we can probably look to buy it there, right? If we can get some more bullish confirmation, maybe, you know, some bottoming candles. Let's get rid of this real quick. And this too, like I don't really need it. But yeah, if they gap us down, right, we'll probably look for it to break this channel. So if they do gap us down, it'll be perfect, right? Then we can probably catch that 731, and then maybe if it bottoms, take some time. Got to get back above Friday's low, right? Once we do that, after bottoming, reclaim 740, 740. Goodness, my fault, y'all. You know, once we do reclaim 743, 45, right? 748's next. Then if we can get back above 748, 750, that's when it's kind of like, all right, cool. We probably rotate back up, right? Because remember, you zoom out, All right, hold on. Zoom out in the 1 minute. Right, see we're still in the bull trend. All right, so don't freak out yet. It's not time to panic just yet. All right, remember, it's not time to panic just yet. So yeah, keep it simple, man. Oh, let's check the VIX real quick. Let's check the VIX. We talked about the VIX this morning too. Yeah, see, the VIX is still pretty up there, right? Even if it did sell off from this high. I mean, Friday was a super extreme sell, so of course it's gonna be elevated, right? Same thing with SPY. That's what we're saying. Like, even if we have this, we just want calls over the weekend, but I'm like, bro, even we always do this, right? We always have some crazy sell, and the next day we gap up, right? Most times they try to test that low, either once or twice. They try to test that low, but we do always get some sort of retest of the lower level. So that's why I was like, today we're not buying this first pop, like, you know what I'm saying? Unless they just V-bottom that thing back up, there was no reason for us to go long at those levels. So yeah, if we do gap down, I will be looking for same overnight lows, right? Close the gap, all that good stuff. Yeah, and we'll just be watching, right? I probably won't take any new shorts down here, right? Just because they might just come down here and grab this liquidity real quick, right? They could, you know, but 731 to 729 is only $2. So I'm like not risking it for the biscuit for no $2. You know what I'm saying? So upside potential will pay a lot more than the downside potential. So I mean, in my opinion, you know. But like I said, unless we do just, if we gap down to like 731, like below or some shit, then might as well go and come fill that gap, right? Because you cannot forget we still have a gap at 724, right? So we know it's there, right? But I'm not saying like, oh, the gap's there, gotta go fill it today or, you know, tomorrow. Sometimes gaps don't fill, you know what I'm saying? And they probably just take a long time for them to fill again. So, because remember, if this is truly a topping pattern on the higher time, let me turn on the wicks. Gotta see where the bottom is. There you go. So if this is, you know what I'm saying, just another pullback, I can't say we probably get that because this would be the most recent swing low, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of bear traps, we talked about this, right? A lot of bear traps will come underneath that swing low, but they just can't roll over. So it is in that gap territory, but I gotta see it first, right? We gotta see it first. If we just, like I said, if we open tomorrow on a nasty gap down underneath 731, yeah, we probably go ahead and get that fill, right? But then even then, that's a little scary right there, trying to go long. So, you know, that shit could roll, bang, go down lower right there again, you know? So be careful, but, you know, like I said, this is just the most recent swing low area. So we know what bear traps do. I mean, yeah, you know what bear traps do, right? Bang, bang, they go up, and then they come sweep one of the swing lows, right? They'll come try to take it out, get everybody to think it's gonna roll over, and then it'll try, and then as all those shorts get stopped out, bang, squeeze it right back up. You feel me? So, yeah. So just watch, you know, your daily levels: 712, 724, 731, 742. 748, right? Those are gonna be your main daily levels. So those are the levels you're gonna watch on a daily close, right? On that candle close. That's why they're called daily levels, right? You gotta respect them. So, and it's another reason why I said I didn't wanna swing those puts no more, not full position, because we closed in a weird spot, right? Remember, this is still an inside bar. It's still inside this, right? We're just in the middle of it. Honestly, how much to be? Okay, so we gapped up almost at the golden pocket, which that was actually a pretty tough lineup as well. If you go from my period pocket, definitely was like 0.5. Yeah. See, okay, yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So pretty technical, sound about right. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. So any kind of gap up, obviously, like I said, watch for that reclaim of 741 to 743. Right, has to hold on any kind of breakout tomorrow. If it does, then we can get the push. Look, see from here. We kind of bottomed here, but then we had to retest here, and then we shot up over here. So if we're just dumping, we got the retest from the same area, then they could just be rolling in right back down, you know what I'm saying, to the 731. So yeah, downside target tomorrow, definitely gonna be 731 if we clear, right? All you gotta do is set an alert. Set an alert to Friday's low. We clear this, any kind of pop, I'd be kind of looking for a little roll first, right? Unless, like I said, unless we just V-bottom right back up. But like I said, we will see it. But you will see it only if you're patient. Zoom out, man. Stop doing this to yourself, right? Today's price action, it was, like I said, it was slow. It wasn't bad. It was just slow, right? We do this kind of stuff all the time. Opening range, remember? Sweep low, sweep high, dump. Go look at how many times I got to go over this? was the other Friday, right? We always talk about this. All right, sweep the low, sweep the high. They just playing in the range. They playing everybody's faces. Again, all right, where is it at? Right here. Same thing, right? Sweep the low, sweep the high, bottom. Sweep the low, sweep the high, bottom. These are almost the exact same days, right? Hourly range, sweep the low, sweep the high, bottom. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I keep telling y'all downside is limited, because it's very mechanical downside. It's not just like, oh, we're just flushing and flushing, bear trend all day. Nah, it's very like, you know what I'm saying? So it's very just slow and trend. It's like a super just robotic type of movement. But like I said, it's okay as long as you stop chasing wicks and you wait till the candle closes. If you got puts today, right? Well, it's like even if you got calls on open, you would have stopped out. You would have stopped out immediately, because look, hourly, open and close, right? You reject, you try to, what happens? Lower. So what is this? Break down, retest. I kept saying this all day. Break down, retest. Yes, for 1, 2, 3, about 3 hours it was flat, of course. But did it open and close and validate any levels? No. So why you got a shorts, right? Boom. Finally in the last hour get it. And then we finally, get some lower levels down here. So again, that's why I said I'm not really trying to swing it. But you see how easy it is? You turn off them wicks and zoom out, man. Keep it simple. Keep it simple with y'all. You know what I'm saying? When y'all do this, because like I said, it's easy for me to show it to you now and talk about it after it's already happened. Of course, you're like, oh, I did not see that. But when you're trading, right? I can't be there for y'all. I can't trade for y'all. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Oh, press buy and sell for y'all. So you have to practice this. You have to practice control. You have to be like, do I want to chase this long, or should I just wait? Should I just let the candle close? The answer is always going to be just let the candle close. Every time it's going to be let the candle close. So let the candle close, man. That way y'all don't keep getting cooked by this wick, this wick, this wick, this wick. You know what I'm saying? All these candles have these weird wicks. But like I said, like I was telling y'all before, when we're having downside movement in a bullish market, it's always going to be like that, right? It's always going to be like that. And then, of course, we talked about how we always, every blue moon, we'll get a day like this, right? And we were already talking about that 2 days before. The title of this video Friday was like, we recovered the move, but there's still a problem, right? We still talked about how this could have just been the breakdown retest, lower high, and then possibly came down lower, right? We talked about that. So, yeah, you have to remember, zoom out, big picture, right? Don't burn all your cash trying to catch one day if it's not doing anything. If it's not the right price action for you, it's not the right price action. It's cool, right? We'll get it back in blood tomorrow, right? Look at this daily, inside. What did we talk about last time? Daily, inside, daily, inside. All these crazy dumps, they always have an inside day. Daily, inside, you know what I'm saying? So we knew today would be an inside day. Go back again, daily, inside, you know what I'm saying? So you have these inside bars, we already know what's coming. Relax, it's cool, all right? So let it all play out, man. Keep God first, be patient, relax. Jeez, relax, man. Relax. And yeah, y'all know where to find me at. Links in the bio and everything. So I'll see y'all. Well, that's not kind of crazy. Link in the bio. That sounds off-putting. But anyway. Slip time. We got to put in the slips real quick. So I'm taking. Hold on, real quick. If you don't gamble, this is not for you. We're not gamble. Sports bet. Everything's a gamble. Oh man. So we took the Spurs to win, unfortunately. Dylan Harper, 6.5 rebounds and assists. Julian Champagnie, 17.5 PRA. Karl Anthony Towns, 33 under his PRA. OG Anunoby over 13 points, and Stephon Castle over 15 points. Nice low 12x play. You know what I'm saying? So do what you can with that information. I'll see y'all later.